Well, Desiree, we woke up this morning to more revelations, quite a shock in this instance. We understand that accused number 3, Mthobisi Ncube, will be appearing in the High Court in Pretoria this morning. He also wants a new legal representative. So we understand that he's a new lawyer, an advocate Mthobisi, will be placed on the roll. You would recall, Desiree, that this is the third accused in this matter that will now have new legal representation. You would recall that last year, before the trial had been postponed to May, is that the other two accused number 1 and 2, also basically got new legal representation, delaying the case to May this year. And what this would essentially mean is that there could be a possibility that this might lead to further delays in the trial. We're not sure. We're going to hear in court this morning. You will recall that accused number 1 and 2 got a new attorney, Sipho Ramusipile, and he would basically take over from Titi Tabane for accused number 1 and 2. So now this morning, accused number 3, who is Mthobisi Ncube, basically wants new legal representation. What is for the trial going forward? Obviously, a new legal representative would obviously need more time to familiarize themselves with the case legally. This is what the court would need to grant this new lawyer. He would obviously need to go through the docket. He would need to go through the trial, everything that has happened in the trial since the start of it. So another about turn, basically, in this matter. You would recall that the 5 men are on trial for the 2014 murder of the Bafana Bafana captain, and the state basically believing that Meyiwa had been killed during a botched robbery, allegedly by these men. The attorney Titi Tabane had initially, you would recall, presenting 4 of the accused, while advocate Zandile Mshololo had been representing accused number 5. So you've got now attorney Sipho Ramusipile, who's representing accused number 1 and 2, and we understand that a certain advocate Mthobisi will now be placed on the record to be representing accused number 3, who is Mthobisi Ncube. So, there've been many questions raised, Desiree, about delays in this matter. You would also recall that the presiding judge in this matter, had long been saying that he doesn't want any delays in this matter. He wants the matter, to continue. There needs to be some finality in this matter. The Meyiwa family has been waiting for justice since 2014. There was also the issue regarding the second docket. You would recall a second docket, which some of the defense, had basically believed should be the docket that should be taken into consideration, that those that were inside the house at the time that Senzo Meyiwa was killed should be brought before the High Court in Pretoria to answer. So what does this mean now? We'll certainly need to find out from more of the legal experts, because obviously, Desiree, in this instance, remember, last year when this matter had been postponed to May this year, when the trial was set to resume, that postponement was granted on the basis that Sipho Ramusipile, who is representing accused number 1 and 2, and had moved from Titi Tabane, basically means now that the new lawyer who will then represent accused number 3 would obviously need a lot more time in order to familiarize themselves with this matter. So another about turn this morning, the National Prosecuting Authority has confirmed that this is indeed the case. And essentially what will happen this morning is that the new lawyer for accused number 3, Mthobisi Ncube, will be placed on the record, which means that he will henceforth represent accused number 3 in this matter. What it essentially means, Desiree, is that possible another delay in this particular matter, but we'll certainly hear what the court has to say this morning, because the court certainly needs to ask the new lawyer representing accused number 3 how much time they would need in order for them to familiarize themselves with this case going forward.
Chriselda, I must have missed it in what you were saying, but what happens to accused number 4, just in terms of their representation?
Therefore, there's no clarity on that in this particular instance. In fact, I spoke to Titi Tabane this morning, and he seemed to be unaware of this court appearance this morning. You would recall that he had also indicated he was quite shocked. He had only heard on the morning of the postponement of this matter to May that accused number 1 and 2 were getting new legal representation to such a degree that one of the accused even stood up in court and basically apologized, or basically said to Titi Tabane there was no hard feelings about them asking for new legal representation. This is the third accused now who wants a new lawyer, who we understand will be placed on the record this morning. We don't know what happens to accused number 4 in this matter, but we know that accused number 5 is still being represented by Advocate Zandile Mshololo this particular matter. So we'll certainly need to find out, but I know that Titi Tabane, who was representing accused number 3 and number 4, before this news now that accused number 3 wants a new lawyer. That's the news we received this morning. In terms of accused number 4, we do not know. But by all indications, for accused number 5, Advocate Zandile Mshololo seems to be still representing him.